Actually, my whole family, even before my children, my father, I believe, would have been diagnosed as schizophrenic. And we really, back then, didn't understand a lot of the mental illnesses, that were going on. And I look back now with everything that I've learned that he could have been, helped. How I came across True Hope was that I'm a personal trainer, and I have quite a few clients that come here, and one of them knew I was struggling with a niece who is extremely bipolar, and she brought me an article about a book about a bipolar girl, and at the bottom of the article there was information about True Hope vitamins into the nutritional program. So I went online, looked it up, and discovered that they look like a really great nutritional program that might be something that would be good not just for my niece, but I was thinking about my daughter, who had some chemical imbalances herself. When I introduced the vitamins to my daughter, she was still in a very rebellious state. She was doing a variety of drugs. I didn't know to what extent at that time. I went up there to confront her because I had gone down this path with my sister, my oldest sister. And there had been so much drug abuse throughout growing up with my family and friends. And I just told her, I can't go down that path with you. And I told her, the True Hope program, I said, I've just read extensively about it. I was watching the videos, I was reading the stories, and I told her, you're chemically imbalanced right now. And and you're self-medicating. And of course, at the same time, I found a counselor for her. She started taking them, but it was a little bit of a rocky road at first. I noticed that she'd be okay, and then I noticed that she wasn't, by phone, she didn't sound right. And I'd ask her, she would tell me maybe she hadn't taken them for a few days, and so she had to work on it slowly. It was a process where she became disciplined enough to really make it a regular program. And I had her call the support at True Hope and have them talk to her about what she was doing and how she felt and how many that she should take. And that gave her some responsibility in it. She eventually started taking them steady enough where it actually was making a huge difference. She would call me and she'd sound great and would tell me that she really felt like they were helping her feel balanced enough where she didn't have to turn to something else. So she struggled with getting off, whatever she was self-medicating with and switching over to, sticking with the nutritional program and making a difference in that way in her life. My daughter could easily go down a really dark path, and years of doing drugs and partying and waking up 10 years from now and going, what did I just do? It's a matter of her sticking with it and making it work for her. Sure, she could just all of a sudden go off and decide she was just not going to have anything to do with it, but I don't see that happening. She's really smart. My children, even my son and my youngest daughter, are beginning to understand how important it is to be nutritionally sound. And so they trust me with what I have to offer them. And so I'm the one that does most of the studying on the vitamins, the True Hope and that sort of thing. And I have everybody in my family on them now, and I really truly believe that they're making a really big difference in each of our lives. When I read about them at first, I saw that they targeted bipolar and the more extreme mental illnesses, but as I started really studying and thinking about it, I realized, you know what? It's all connected. I mean, just how it's helped my menopause hormone fluctuations. I have the tendency to get depressed, even though I'm a pretty happy person most of the time, and my job really requires me to stay up and motivated and help others with all their issues. I found that it's keeping me even keel. I mean, I can slip and feel sad some days and that sort of thing, but I don't slip into that deep sadness. I don't slip, you know, into that craziness or whatever, because I do have that tendency, but I do have clients that seem pretty balanced, and then some that are really struggling. I would recommend it to either one of them. You know, I mean, because I usually recommend what I'm taking if I feel like it's working. The True Hope nutritional program is a light in the dark. It really works.